YouTube? It is your favorite game here, Above Average Cody, here to discuss the news that even has me, perhaps one of the biggest Halo Infinite optimists, a little tiny bit scared. Now, the news in question, which, if you've somehow avoided all of the mayhem and negativity and speculation on Twitter and all of the other socials from the Halo community, the news, of course, is that Microsoft plans to lay off 10,000 employees, basically just to cut some costs is basically what it comes down to, which makes me absolutely sick to my stomach to read on its own. It's terrible that those people are losing their jobs, but more on that at the end of the video. I don't want to get too sidetracked here. But 343, of course, is getting hit, and certain sectors of it are getting hit pretty hard. And we're basically going to discuss my thoughts on it, whether or not this is the end for Halo Infinite. And realistically, let's start with answering that question. Is this the end for Halo Infinite? Yes and no, depending on which side of the fence you're on. So what it's sounding like from a 343 specifically standpoint, it sounds like the majority, if not all, of the campaign division is pretty much getting axed. And then Joseph Staten is also gone from 343 alone. However, he is going to Xbox Publishing. So take that for what it's worth. But based on this news, that's what it's sounding like. Obviously, no official statement from 343 or Microsoft on what's going on with Halo, what's going on with 343. All we know based on what was reported from Bloomberg is that it seems like the campaign part of the development is basically gone. It's wiped. So any DLCs, anything of that nature, it's safe to assume it's not going to happen. It's toast. It sounds like they're mainly keeping whatever assets they feel they need from that division or that part of the development team, and they are reallocating them to more important sectors, which is really what they're doing overall in all aspects that they're making cuts in the company at Microsoft. But obviously focusing on 343, it's sounding like the multiplayer will still be very active. The team is still working on it. Not much has changed there, but it seems like the end for campaign, which just absolutely hurts. I know they left it on a bit of a cliffhanger, a bit of an open end. They had the massive open world type theme with very large amounts of space to deal with and things they could have done and added, and it would have been very cool. But it sounds like that is gone, so I think it is the end for that. My honest thoughts on the whole situation, this is definitely from an economics standpoint, guys. Anytime you go into an era where times are tough, be it the trivial word of recession, it is inevitable that companies, big and small, have to make cuts to cut back their costs because they do not have as much money coming in. With Microsoft laying off so many employees, other tech giants like Amazon laying off employees in just bucket loads of amounts, which again makes me sick to my stomach, but it does happen. It seems that's what this mainly was. Times are not easy right now, and this just further solidifies that. So I really do believe that's all it is. I do not believe this is Microsoft sticking the final knife into Halo Infinite and just axing 343 altogether. That's not happening today, at least not yet. And from a game standpoint, it sounds like we can still be expecting Season 3. We can still be expecting multiplayer to still be in service. With HCS Season 2 just starting up, nothing like that is going to be abandoned. That would have to be like the biggest shock in gaming history if right as Season 2 of HCS was about to start, that they were just all of a sudden going to completely axe multiplayer. So everything will still be going as planned with that. And my bold opinion is this could actually be better for Halo Infinite multiplayer. With more of the resources being allocated to the thing that is sadly making money, being the HCS, the multiplayer, and of course the in-game store, we may see a better outcome of the fixes we've been hoping to get, the content we've been hoping to get, and it may just be simpler for a strangled development team to just focus on one singular thing rather than worrying about deadlines, spreading out your resources among many different things, And I'm not saying this is better overall, but it may be better from a Halo multiplayer standpoint. And on the topic of Joseph Staten, I've very much seen that in the past. He's been brought on to dev teams to finish a game or get it to a good place and then just go back to bigger things in Xbox publishing, which that could be a very routine move. And with them kind of willingly axing the campaign DLCs and things like that, it makes sense to move him back to where he potentially may have a bigger role and a more valuable role rather than sitting there twiddling his thumbs wondering when it's going to be time to develop more aspects of the Halo lore and things like that. Now, guys, obviously, this is all my speculation. None of this is truly locked into stone outside of the layoffs. Many of the former employees from Microsoft were all over Twitter, especially talking to the Halo community and things like that. And this video is kind of all over the place, guys, but I'm still optimistic about Halo Infinite multiplayer, but I'm significantly less optimistic about Halo Infinite as a whole climbing back up because, again, it is basic economics. It's not hard to go to the most played games on Xbox right now and see the games that are trending downwards, that aren't bringing in a lot of players. And then you look into that. Where can you cut costs? Okay, we have a campaign that people are widely overall disappointed with at the current state. And I hate to say it, it comes down to money. It's not bringing in money. Multiplayer at least brings people buying stuff in the in-game store. It brings fans to the HCS events. It brings fans to Twitch to watch the HCS events. It's clear where you have to make the cut, and I think that's where this is coming from. And I guess that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I'm optimistic in some aspects, but overall, I am pretty disappointed by this news. I wish I could say it's shocking, but it's really not. It's kind of just something we were hoping was not going to happen. And I'm not going to get into the rumors of the Halo Battle Royale and things like that, but there is still plenty of hope for this game. I do not think it's being abandoned. Season 3 should still be coming as planned. How much is going to be in it? Where Halo Infinite goes from there, I'm not even willing to speculate. But all in all, guys, the last little tidbit I want to leave you with is basically, it's just gut-wrenching to see that many people losing their jobs, especially when times are tough. Obviously, I understand. It's a recession, guys. It is inevitable that companies are going to make their cuts, but this one, from a moral compass standpoint, doesn't really sit that right with me, knowing that Microsoft is actively trying to make such a massive purchase of Activision. And trust me, guys, you don't need a business degree to understand that one scenario could make you a boatload of money, and one scenario actively makes it harder for you to keep making money. So from a business standpoint, the decision is obviously simple, but just from a moral standpoint, it really doesn't sit too right with me. I'm not going to go too in-depth with that, but it absolutely makes me sick to my stomach, and I do feel really bad for everybody that lost their job. So, I mean, what to take away from this, guys? Just be nice. Treat your current, your past, and your future coworkers good, because you never know. You never know, guys. But anyways, that does it for me. Again, was a little disappointed to hear this news today. That's why I'm kind of like off, and this video was all over the place, but hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. You guys know the drill here. Subscribe. We're still doing the Halo Infinite content. I wasn't going to talk about that too much. We have a video going up later this week kind of discussing my plans. So I actually had that recorded before this news came out. So there you go, a little teaser on what's to come. But subscribe to the channel, guys. We literally stream this game 5 days a week, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. So feel free to jump on and help me keep Halo Infinite alive with my fellow content creators. Leave a like on the video, guys. Leave a comment, please. Feel free to share any of your thoughts. Try to keep the negativity, just Halo's dead, give up, stream a different game stuff to a dull roar. But again, guys, I'm open to hear any of your thoughts, whatever they may be. But other than that, guys, channel membership, super thanks. If you'd like support, it helps out ever so much. But again, times are extremely tough. Please do not feel like you have to. I'm sure there's plenty of other things to put that money towards, and do what you need to do, guys. But alrighty, guys, that does for me. Sorry this video was all over the place. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys for all the support.